Hmm.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Are you excited to be waiting? Although, okay, we're actually live. We're actually live.
Yeah.
Because I've been bad and we've
Yeah.
had to upload our episodes from the Twitch archives.
Hmm.
I don't think that our extra few seconds of blundering has been caught
Yeah.
before it goes live, which is unfortunate. People miss out on the fun things we say.
Yeah. All that hot content.
Yeah,
Like
like all
3 to 5 seconds. Yeah.
the hot gossip we had this episode, which will it
Ooh,
show up on YouTube or will it not? Tune
who
in, give
knows?
us views.
Yeah.
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 Well, back again.
Once
Season
again,
season 5,
season
episode
5.
5.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
5
there's.
is live. I had to
Yeah.
say it. I had to say it. As shitty as it is.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So we have one thing of news.
Yeah, we do. It was a slow news week, but we got something.
I think we just weren't paying attention because I
Oh,
vaguely
that too.
remember seeing stuff and forgetting, but who cares?
Yeah.
Nothing else mattered. How could you even think of anything else? How could
Hmm.
any of it register in your mind when we had this wonderful Evangelion Penguins on Parade
Oh, it's so
article?
good.
Nothing
It's
else
very.
mattered besides this. Like,
Yeah.
how does anything compete?
Yeah. These penguins are cute. I like penguins.
Yeah, apparently twice a day the
Hmm.
penguins take a waddle down the thoroughfare, and they always dress them up and stuff. And yeah, they dress them up as little Evangelion
Oh,
plug suits and pen
that's
belt
cute.
plug suits, and
Hmm.
the pen of the group.
Hmm.
It's penguin cosplay. When did you think you'd see that in your life?
Oh,
Not
I.
since not since Grape Coon have I.
Mhm. It's like I didn't know I needed a penguin cosplay in my life, but here we are. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our news. It's super important.
Hmm.
Super
Yes, very
important.
important news. Yeah.
I'm glad we got to share it with you. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
so, besides that, did
Hmm.
you watch much this week? I know you watched some stuff.
Yeah. I watched a bit of stuff. I, didn't, I actually didn't watch very much. I did catch up on Amanchu because I had fallen behind last week on that.
Yeah, I'm still behind.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I'm probably gonna
It's
watch
like,
some after this.
yeah, that's good. It's so nice and pleasant and wonderful. Like the one my one criticism of it is I feel like they're using the really round cartoony faces a lot more often in this season than they did in the first
Mm.
one. It's like not really a huge drawback. It's cute, but I don't know.
You know what I really miss?
What?
I miss
But
Pikai's whistle.
whistle. Oh right, she had a whistle. Yeah,
She kind of lost it once they actually got into diving, I think.
yeah, I
But
think so.
like her introduction with the whistle is so cute, and just walk around blowing it. I miss that.
Hmm.
I miss that sound in
Oh,
my life. It was such a happy whistle sound. It
that
was
was. Oh, so
bring
good.
bring bring back whistle. We need more whistle.
Totally. Oh, so good. That show's really good. I love it. And then the other thing I watched this week was the new Golden Kamui episode.
Which I
So
have
it
not
was,
yet either because it
yeah.
just came out.
Hmm.
I didn't watch the last week's either yet.
Oh yeah.
I've been busy.
This one, this episode had the or introduced the like samurai gunman dude. I
Oh,
don't know.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm caught up in the manga, so you're not spoiling
yeah,
me or anything. But
yeah,
the vice captain of the Shinsengumi,
yeah. Him. That's
yeah,
it.
Hidetaka. I
It's
know. I think they like mention him at the end of episode 3.
yeah. He like got mentioned earlier, but he actually did some
Ooh,
stuff this time.
ooh.
And the entire time, I was just thinking of the PS1 game Rising Zan,
Oh,
the samurai gunman, because he looks a lot like him. Just sword in one hand, gun in the other. It's real good.
I can't wait for the next bear.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was a bear in this episode.
Listen,
My, yeah,
this isn't going to be a real spoiler. It's going to be so
yeah.
absurd. But somewhere along the way, someone judo presses a bear, and I want to see that animated with that terrible bear animation.
Oh god. Oh, that. Oh, I mean, they already punched a bear in the face, so
Yeah.
a Judy press is totally believable. Yeah.
Uh, it's not really spoilers because that just makes
Yeah.
no sense without context.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Now I'm looking forward to that. Oh jeez.
I don't think you'll reach in the anime. I only saw like the image recently, so I think it's probably from a new chapter. So maybe if they get a season 2.
Yeah.
Which they might do because they're saving budget with
Yeah.
terrible 3D and it still has a 7.53, so it must be doing well. And maybe the
Yeah.
Blu-ray sales will do well by not having bad CG bear. One can dream, right? One
Oh.
can dream.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. I do hope this gets a second season. I really hope it does.
Such a good series.
Yeah. It's really good. And then I did a little bit of reading this week as well.
Oh yeah.
After you mentioned it last week, I read Shuraiteki ni Shindekure. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Right. Techie. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I'm not spelling it right. I'm going to my manga list. I'll
Yeah.
find it there.
Yeah, it's the one about the
Wait, I can
one
just go to
girl,
my. Yeah.
the girl trying to buy her friend's love, basically.
Yeah, Shuraiteki ni Shindakure.
Yeah, that's it.
Something.
Something like that.
Shindakure. Kure. Cure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cute. Like the open present premise is a little weird because she's like, I'm gonna pay you to sleep with me. Like that's a little weird, but then they're so lighthearted and fun about all of it, and
They
it's
have-
like not that bad.
They have really interesting personalities because they're so different, but they're also like not what you usually expect from these type of characters, like in manga and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Like usually it's the calm, cool, like rich girl who's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to buy you." It's not like this short-haired, small, energetic girl who's like, just holy shit, I'm gonna buy you, and the calm one just being like, "What the fuck?" But then
Yeah.
somehow still like being weirdly able to fuck with the other girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that was it for me this week. Yeah, I did read another chapter of Gunslinger Girl, but I don't really have anything to say about that. It's just, I occasionally just read a chapter of that and go, well, I don't know why I did that, but I did.
Guns were slung by girls once more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so
See? What about you?
so May 1st would be my start. There was a new chapter of Gabriel's Dropout I got to read.
Nice.
I forgot where the heck, because it's in the middle of an arc, and I forgot where it was, so I had to go back. I'm like, alright. It was an okay-ish chapter. Not much happened, and there wasn't much. It's leading up to a bigger chapter. It's whatever. So it's like, this chapter was kind of but next chapter should hopefully have the payoff.
Okay.
I also opened to see the Shuraiteki authors saw if they made any other stuff, but that's apparently the first. But besides that, I read the first chapter of Goblin wa Mo Jubun ni Tsuyoi, where Goblin is very strong. It's about a goblin in like the beginning areas that keeps finding like almost dead adventurers and killing them off, so she's reached level 99.
Yeah.
It's it was alright. It was pretty funny-ish. I'm probably gonna read more in the future, but yeah, I just read the first chapter of that.
Didn't this just get licensed recently? Or there was,
No,
I feel like there was some announcement related to it.
Goblin Slayer, I think is what you're thinking of. Because there's another manga called Goblin Slayer that the manga I think just came out, and the light novels might be.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out December 19th. The first one. I know I've heard people talk about Goblin Slayer, and I think that's getting an anime, but it sounds really generic, honestly.
Okay.
It's an action fantasy seinen about a guy who wants to murder goblins, basically, whose name is Goblin Slayer. That's literally his name.
Oh.
It sounds like most of it plays off the fact that they put in a lot of going really like violent themes.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are like, oh, it's like Berserk, it's so violent. There's like all kinds of horrible things right off the bat. It's like that doesn't make it good necessarily.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but like I haven't read it, so maybe it is better. But just the premise and everything sounds really generic, using like shock value to drive it by. Which like,
Mm-hmm.
if you want something with shock value that's not super generic, Murcielago, okay, it's got all the same kind of horrible shit that makes it hard to recommend. But then it has a
Yeah.
twist where it's basically a Dexter with a crazy lesbian.
Oh.
Yeah. Lesbian serial killer manga, my favorite genre. Let's go.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I guess that is what I heard about. Because, yeah, Goblin Slayer is getting an anime in the fall.
Yeah.
I was just looking, I couldn't see anything about the other Goblin thing.
All the characters besides the dude named Goblin Slayer are also all girls. Cute girls. So it's probably a harem.
Great.
But it's popular, so you know why.
Yep.
They need something. Sword Art Online's now about a cute small girl who's probably a lesbian, so they can't sit with that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that. I did watch a decent amount of stuff, kind of. So, I caught up on Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online. There was 2 episodes I was behind. The fights are cool. It's just dumb fun. There's not really any huge stakes, and like the plot's pretty predictable, but it's still fun nonetheless. It's just like a fun romp through video game land. Sometimes you just need something like that to like take the edge off, not always be worried.
Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really fun. I'm really excited for next episode because I think they're gonna pull out the big reveal, which I've known was coming for a while, but I really want to see how they do it. Because it's like, even if you know what's coming, sometimes you don't know how it's coming, and that's just as interesting as the fact that it's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes the execution is more interesting than the thing itself.
Yeah. And then I'm caught up on Comic Girls. It was really cute. The one girl, Koyume, literally said, yeah, I have a crush on Tsubasa. Like, I am literally gay for her. Like, she's canonically gay as fuck.
Yeah.
Support this if you like gay girls. Like, it's not straight up Yuri, but it's like, that's kind of why I like it. Most slice of life and comedies are all about girls, so like hint at but never make it too obvious. Or if it gets Micah as a Yuri and just gets kind of missed. Like Yuri, a whole ton of people miss it because it's like, oh, it's Yuri, but it's just actually kind of a fun gag, like slice of life anime with Yuri elements, which is great. And yeah, it's like as soon as there's like a girl who likes another girl, it automatically is my kid is Yuri, but it's like it doesn't have to be just for like this one niche. Let gay girls be mainstream, damn it.
Yeah.
Let canonically gay girls be mainstream. So my friend said this, and I'm totally gonna steal this, and I'll have to. We might have to give them credit to like their Twitter or something after, and regret them. And it's totally gonna be our title. I wasn't specific, or we weren't specifically talking about this show, but they came up with the line, "No subtext, we die like queers," for the line of like, "Make it canonical, you piece of shit." And it's like, yes, that's my new favorite line. I'm gonna live by it.
That's very good. That's very good.
Except if we put that in our title, we'll probably get flagged. So maybe we should.
Oh yeah.
Because
YouTube
they flag
is weird.
anything LGBT, so queer would go. Also die, like we'd be fucked so fast. Oh no. Yeah, it's not like we're not already shadow banned on like every media we use.
Yeah, probably. Doomed to internet obscurity forever.
Yeah, I for sure got myself shadow banned last Friday or last Saturday for sure.
Oh yeah.
We're not talking about that, but for sure. I also watched all of Bonjour Kawaii Patissier with a friend. We binged it. It's like 24 episodes, 5 minutes per episode.
Oh yeah.
It's like a reverse harem. It's pretty okay.
Mm.
The characters all somewhat likable, but there's some weird parts. Like halfway through, they basically already chosen which guy, but then suddenly they go back on it, even though it's like already chosen. Just really weirdly, it's just suddenly not really like set in stone anymore. And then it ends with some like Food Wars knockoff that's really weird, but it's still pretty enjoyable all throughout. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I gave it a
that's
7.
good.
And then after that, we binged Inugami-san, Toneko Yama-san. So I rewatched that as well.
Oh, this show is so cute.
It is. It's great. Oh, actually, we missed the OVA, so not all of it, but most of it.
Oh, there's an OVA? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'll have to find a way to watch that then.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't think it's on Crunchyroll, which is why we didn't watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And I checked out the first 2 episodes of Gundam Build Fighters because I was still in that mood after Gun Go. I'm like, I need something just really dumb, but like lighthearted dumb, but not like a Manchu lighthearted where it's like soothing. It's like I need something kind of dumb actiony, so I went with Gundam Build Fighters. It's pretty alright. I like the concept a lot.
Yeah.
The idea
What
that
is...
so Gundam Build Fighters is in a world where you build your Gunpla, and then you can put them in this weird particle barrier thing that makes them like kind of come alive, and you can pilot them and fight each other with your Gunpla. So if you beat the other person's Gunpla, like they're actually broken and you have to fix them after. But like, how well they move and perform is actually based on how well you make them. So it's like, but you also have to pilot them too. So you have to be good at both or one or the other, and have the other people do like help. So it's like if you're super good at making them, you could in theory sell them on eBay for a ton for like the top players or whatever, stuff like that. It's an interesting concept to play around. Where it's like a competitive game where you have to craft your own you have to craft your own tools, which you can even make custom ones by combining parts, which is neat. Like you can make your own custom stuff if you're good enough, and then also being able to play like it's basically like making a game that every game designer gets to design their character, like a MOBA where everyone designs their own character from the scratch up or from the ground up from scratch.
Yeah. That sounds kind of cool.
Using preset parts, yeah.
Yeah.
So
your description of it kind of reminded me of Metabots, or made me think of that at least.
Yeah, no, it's definitely kind of like Metabots actually. Now that you say that, it reminds me a lot of that. I have to go back and rewatch Metabots sometime. If you like Metabots, you'd probably like this.
Yeah.
It's really cheesy too, but in a fun way.
Yeah. Well, I liked Metabots when I saw it on TV as a kid, so I'll just assume that it holds up perfectly, and it's still really good.
Characters from like other Gundam series show up too, just as like random people, like Ramba Ral from like the first original. I think he's from the original. He's just like shows up in their store. It's like, I'll be the judge. It's like, who's he? It's like, oh, he's a regular at this store or whatever. And then like later on, he just shows up while they're at like school having some like match, because it's like apparently this really big sport in this world.
Yeah.
And he's just explaining it to this girl who's watching, and the whole time it just keeps coming back to her. It's like who is this guy? Why is like he's explaining to me now? Who is he? Why is he here? And the episode ends without them ever explaining why he's at this school suddenly. So I don't know if maybe he's a teacher or something, or if he's just like, it's Raul Morale, don't question it. My friend also warned me that he just disappears without question through like a section of the episodes before reappearing because his voice actor got sick for a while. So they just cut him out of the show for a bit. Apparently, like, it's wild. But yeah, I figured. Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's nice that they cared about him enough to like, you're sick. We'll let you take a break.
Yeah, but he's not getting paid.
True.
But he's probably doing his fun thing. I think he's probably reprising his role from like years ago.
Yeah.
He is a parody of Rambo Raw. Yeah. I'm trying to see. He actually has 2 voice actors, so yeah. I think they had to get someone else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Build Fighters Try has a different guy, I think. And the original, the first season has the original guy, and then I think he got sick and they had to get a different guy for later on. Oh no, he's back. He did fights in Fighters Try and in the original. So I guess it's just partly through Try he got sick and they had someone else step in. But yeah,
That's interesting.
I'm pretty sure he's the original. He's done a lot of stuff, a lot of old stuff, and surprisingly a decent amount of new stuff. Like he is in Fate Zero, Carnival. He does a lot of old men. 'Cause I guess he's older now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the original Rambo Rao.
Cool.
1947 he was born, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, skills and abilities, judo. Alright, I want this old man to break my back, take me down, let's go. And now it's just really fun and dumb that he comes back. I don't know if they're going to do it with other characters. I haven't seen any others yet, but they might, and I hope they do. I think it would be fun.
That might make me want to check that out. To have a bunch of like random characters from across a bunch of different Gundam shows pop up. Yeah. Like, oh hey, I'm here now. That would be a cool thing.
They currently have airing Gundam Build Divers, which I think is like same sort of concept but with new characters. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Build Fighters has a 7.92. Build Divers has a 6.59. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. I guess people don't like the main characters as much.
Yeah.
Maybe they will later on. Who knows? But I saw someone post about how they like this. I wanted to check out the other one first. So.
I see that the
concept looks different. It looks like this might be like VR World. Gundam battling. Just because I can see this one screenshot from an episode on Mal where it's like the kids beside life-size Gundams. So it's like. Maybe it's like VR, enter your own. But I mean, that's still another concept. Hey, UVC Rocket Runner. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. It seems pretty lukewarm so far in comparison to Build Fighters. Oh, it's a VR MMO? Okay, yeah. I made the right guess because everything's VR MMOs today.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because I think part of what makes Build Fighters so fun is the concept that like you have to build your own. I don't know about. I don't know if they keep that.
If you're just kind of removing that aspect of it, then it's like it's still kind of neat, but it's a less original idea, I guess. Yeah.
It's just selling. Who knows? Maybe at the end of it, they'll do 2 seasons, 50 episodes. At the end, like a year from now, they'll announce a VR game where you pilot like a Gundam. That'd be cool. I'd be down with that. Yeah. Maybe it's all elaborate marketing.
Yeah. I mean, I figure there's got to be a Gundam VR game eventually.
Eventually. God, yes. Even maybe just like a cockpit, like, simulator or whatever for, like, startup or something. Like,
yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Are there any, like, spaceflight VR stuff yet? I haven't really followed up with...
I mean... There is like spaceflight stuff, but it's kind of simple. Like there was Eve Valkyrie was based on the Eve MMO, and you were like dogfighting in spaceships, but I don't think they have any like Gundam mech stuff.
I just want like a space exploration thing.
I don't know if there's straight up exploration. I haven't seen anything at least, but I haven't been following VR too closely lately.
There's still a Gunpla building. But they don't have things like the Gunpla breaking, so that takes away part of the stakes then, I guess.
Yeah.
And if they build up the stakes differently, it might not come out as well, because like Gundam Build Fighters, from what I've seen so far, is like, it's really interesting because of the fact that it's like, it's mostly, there's no stakes for the most part, like you can just build another, it's like you lose something you worked on, yes, but it's like people aren't dying, but there's still some stakes there, and like it's more of a sports show almost, so it's like tournaments, but when you need to create those stakes and you take away a way to make it, the alternative, especially being a replacement, so it's not the same, kind of scared about what they might eventually do for stakes, especially later on. Because they might go with like, the evil aliens or something, or hijacking, all trapped inside, and we're gonna, if you die in the game, you die in real life. It's Sword Art. Like, there's a chance they go with that, and then we all cry. Could you imagine though, this kid's Gundam one, and then they just go, if you die in here, you die in real life, and they just make it super hardcore bloody, like
Oh
they go
man.
super into these kids not wanting to die and slowly kill them off, just torturously focus on like all of them and like how they aren't ready. Because Sword Art Online dropped doing that after like the second episode and just focused on Kirito's a badass.
Yeah.
But like knowing how well they can like emotionally manipulate you to feel bad for characters you've only seen for like an episode or two with Iron Blood Orphans, it's like, ooh, that would be a twist that I would not expect, but would be kind of fun, honestly, because it's just, it's not the series for it.
Yeah.
But it also
That
is
would-
because it's a Gundam series.
Yeah. That would be wild. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even know. That would be intense.
Yeah.
Else, yeah.
So the only other thing I watched besides our book club stuff was Yomushi Pedal. New
Yeah.
episode. Almost nothing happened this episode. Some stuff did, but Naruko's a good boy. That was this episode. This episode was Naruko's a good boy. Good boy the episode. Why did No Your Mushy Pedal character get voted for best boy in Crunchyroll Awards? It's actually a sin. I will forever be salty about this. 2 years straight.
Oh, I've never seen Yomushi Pedal yet, but I'll agree with you just on principle.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. But there's only like 7 episodes left of the season, and they're only like 2 days into the race. They're not even done the second day. They're coming up to the end of the second day, and like, I think this season started partly into the first day already, so it's like,
Oh, jeez.
or it started just on the second day. There's no way they can finish the entire race in 7 episodes, I don't think. So,
Huh.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a movie, or I'll get another 12 episode season maybe for the final day.
Yeah.
Because it would be about 6 hours, right? 12 episodes, half an hour each, or I guess 20 minutes each, so about 4 hours, which in theory could be about how long the final day of the race would take. Because that's the thing I remember people saying about Grand Road, was that the first Inter-High arc, if you add up all the time during that arc, it actually amounted to how long it would take to race that course. Someone said that. I don't know how true that is. Don't quote me on that, but it's like an interesting idea if it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like 24, but with bikes.
Yeah, 24 but with bikes.
Yeah. Huh.
That's a good title for the episode. 24 but with bikes.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Bicycle.
Yeah. Well. So how much? So the manga is still ongoing, right? So.
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably likely that they'll still get more seasons after this. So I guess even if they, so even if they like don't get to the end of this race in this season, there'll still be something after this.
Eventually,
Yeah,
but there's a big Fujoshi following, so they sell a lot of character goods, so it will keep being made. They also use a lot of CG for like the biking, which doesn't look that bad, but it saves money. So.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of still shots with just passing backgrounds. Because you're focusing on the bike while it's moving, so.
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun anime. I need to catch up on the manga still. But there's like 350 chapters or something. Actually, how
that's
many
a
are
lot.
there right now?
That's a whole bunch.
I'm gonna see how many there actually are right now.
Is Yellow Pedal the thing that has like 50 volumes out or something?
Yeah, 54 volumes.
Oh, jeez. That's too many.
And it's got multiple. I don't know if multiple, but there are spin-off mangas too. There's like Spare Bike. There's an OVA I missed from 2013. I have to find that. 55 volumes now, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
I wish I could see how many chapters per volume. I just wanted to know how many chapters overall.
I feel like we've gone down this road before in a past episode.
Probably. Every time.
Yeah. That's so many. Oh, God. You're going to need a bookshelf just for all of the Yellow Pedal.
Yeah, probably. Oh. Oh, wait. volume 55. So 467.
Oh, jeez.
I actually think
That's a
they're
lot of
catching.
chapters.
I think they're catching up to the manga. Actually, like I think they're almost
Oh,
caught up.
wow.
Like not
Huh.
quite, but I think they're getting close because there is like 4 seasons or something. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think, because I think the manga's still in the second year in the arc. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Actually, this episode was chapter 397. So yeah, they might not be able to do another season yet. They might only finish out this one and have to wait.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Huh. That'd be a bummer.
Yeah.
But,
It doesn't sound like this race is finished yet in the manga, so yeah, they'll have to wait.
oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah, what a cliffhanger to end on. They should have.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they might have timed it so the time this season ends, and then they give like a production time for the next one. It'll end just in time, maybe. If they
Yeah.
know when
Yeah.
it's ending in the
Hopefully.
manga, so it might end in the next volume or so.
Mm-hmm.
That'd
That
be
would
smart marketing.
that would be. Have it sync up just right.
Yes.
But then for the next season, the show after that, you'd be waiting a million years.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There probably wouldn't be another
Yeah.
season for another 5 years or so.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
fine.
jeez.
I'd have the manga because the manga will catch up eventually too because they're doing 2-in-1 omnibus releases. So
Oh,
8,
yeah.
I think just came out. I don't have it yet though, but that's up to volume 16, so
Hmm.
about a third
That's
of the
good,
way
at least.
almost.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Time to
think-
get into our
yeah.
book club.
Yeah, I think so. Wanna start with Key or Megalobox?
Which do you think is more depressing? They were both pretty.
Ooh,
What's gonna
think-
make our night worse to end on?
I think Megalobox was sadder. This
Okay,
time.
okay, let's go Key first. We're gonna
Okay.
end on a dark note, damn it.
Oh, great. Yeah, Key. These 2 episodes,
It
5 and
was
6, got
weird
weird.
and also kind of fucked up, and there's so many more questions again. Every time I expect
Yeah.
answers, there's more questions.
Nope, just more questions. I have a lot of my notes end in question marks because I was not sure what I was seeing.
Well, we're introduced to the theory that even her friends who believe she's a robot are now kind of saying, "Oh yeah, they didn't believe she was a robot. They
Yeah.
think she has issues." Like even her best friend, who's like known her since junior high, it's like, "Well, she was like
Yeah.
that already."
I was really surprised when they did that because it's like, oh, I thought they had like believed that they were like just believed her this whole time.
But it also starts putting the thought into your head: what if they are right? What if it's not? What if this is all like about like? What if this is just one big analogy for like dealing with trauma and like fucking
Oh yeah.
locking yourself away or something,
Oh yeah. Oh, that would
hiding
be
your
that would be
emotions?
good.
Like
Yeah. I had thought that like, what if maybe they're right and she isn't a robot and there was some trauma, but then I thought like, well, she threw that guy back up onto that roof.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
know how that
yeah.
happens.
But is that because she's a robot, or is it some weird magic shit? Because we also see her heal a guy and then cough up blood.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I don't know.
and like there's these weird spirits talking to her. Like, which
Mhm.
I think what happened there is when she like kissed him or whatever, she took the injuries into herself, and that's why she coughed up the blood.
Yeah, she.
Which
I figured it was like they had said
a
that
transfer.
the boy. They said that the boy had like a hole in one of his organs and the pus or something, and so
Yeah.
she like sucked it out through his mouth, and that's what she spat up was blood and pus and
I
whatever.
like how the guy
It was real
admits
gross.
that he's just a cult leader.
Yeah.
But that he also believes still. But like,
Mhm.
I totally get. He's a guy who's trying to lead people down a path. He's trying to like, we can believe in this. You know, there's God or
Mhm.
whatever. But then he's like, they're fucking doctors, and they didn't
Yeah.
operate on the kid. Like that. That's one of the things where you just go, well, see, God did help you. He gave you the power to be doctors, so you could save him, and you
Mhm.
didn't. that's your own fault for
Yeah.
ignoring God's gift. Go fuck. Like it's like that old story about like the boaters coming by to save a guy who's drowning and keeps saying, "No, I'm waiting for God to help me." And when he gets to heaven's gates, he's like, "God, why didn't you help me?" And God's like, "I sent you 3 boats. Like, what are you doing?"
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I don't know that cult leader guy. He seems
he's
questionable.
fishy. He reminds me so much of Nanbu from Megalobox.
Oh yeah,
It's
kind of
awkward.
does.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
everything's super run down, but he's wearing these fancy clothes and has a gold tooth.
Yeah. Oh. And he doesn't seem like a very good cult leader.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
he doesn't feel like he's the one asking, like, he's asking them for money or anything either. It didn't seem
yeah.
like that. Like, they're doctors. They should make a ton of money. He should have enough to fix the place up, but clearly he's not. So maybe he
Yeah.
actually does just believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing, his whole situation seems real weird. Because when at the start of episode 5, I thought like, oh, this guy's gonna be some scumbag and gonna like take advantage of Key for profit or something. But now he seems like kind of genuine.
Although
Like,
also he does try to take advantage of her. He's like, I know you have
yeah,
powers. Please, like, I need help. Like,
yeah,
these people are gonna kill me if I can't save him, but also I know you can save him. And, like,
yeah.
I believe in God. I believe in miracles. And the fact that you can save him is, like, one of them or something. It was interesting because it's really hard to get a read on his character.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if he's like a very complex character or if maybe he's just poorly written. I'm not sure. I think we'll see in the next episode.
Also, I don't know what's up with the doctors, like, drugging the other doctor when they're like, we'll figure out what's wrong. Like, was he not gonna help? Like, do they think he's the one causing it all, or
the what do you mean the like scientist, the one with the
Yeah.
broken foot?
yeah?
I think that was the one like dude in charge said that they were going to do like a gel extraction or something, and they're like, oh, we need a person for that, and I think it's probably related to that of like, oh, we need a human to do
Maybe.
this on, and we're going to do it to you because you made that dude mad.
And
So
you've messed up or whatever.
yeah, that's what I
See,
took from that.
I didn't hear the part that we need a person for that. We
Yeah, I
were
don't
doing
think
one
they
at
actually.
the beginning too.
Yeah, they didn't specifically say they needed a person, but I assumed that it was going to be something dark like that because that seems like
I don't
something
know
this
what's
show would
up with
do.
this director too. This director guy who's like controlling it all is like really weird. Like he'll go and laugh
Yeah.
at this girl who we don't know all the like how he has control over her, but then she'll like touch his clothes and he has a mental breakdown over it. Like
Yeah, it's like freaked out and backed away from her, and it's like, oh, don't touch me. It's like I don't know. It seemed like he's like doesn't think of her as a human, so he doesn't want her to touch him because
no,
he
but
thinks
he's
she's like
obsessed.
nothing.
He's obsessed with like his
Yeah,
dolls and stuff. He's fine with people aren't human. Maybe he doesn't like her because she is, or because he's also
yeah,
like using her as some kind of test thing. Like, why would he? But he's
yeah.
like
Like,
watching the footage of himself at the end, literally playing with a knife over her body. Like,
oh yeah,
is she a cyborg? Was that his first attempt at a cyborg or something on someone who is terminally ill? And it's like you have to pay us back. I don't.
yeah.
Because
I
the
don't
other
know.
guys talking about them playing God.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many questions. So many questions.
They announced that they're not going to make bipedal robots anymore, but they're still working on them. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not anymore, but we totally are.
Yeah. I don't know.
Probably just because those robots were found after and the government's looking into it, they're probably like, yeah, we had nothing to do with that. It's not suspicious that we can't quit right now.
Yeah.
They mentioned the porn guy
So,
was found
Tataki.
having a Takagi, or I don't remember.
Tataki. Tataki.
He was having like a breakdown on the roof, and they took him to the hospital to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious because Sergey gets to him first. Sergey or D, they keep calling him different names, which is weird. And I don't know if he did anything. Like maybe he was pushing. Maybe there's other stuff. Maybe they said they took him to hospital and they took him and used him for his body for the first gel transfer we see at the beginning here.
Maybe.
Also, possibly, it's the gel transfer because he's talking about them being his like children and trying to give them personality. Maybe he's trying to import the the people's like
Yeah.
identities into him using these gel transfers.
Yeah.
Like the Ghost in the Shell 2 movie where it's like imprisoning girls' minds in like porn bots. Maybe it's something like
Uh-huh.
that, and that's why they're all disobeying him.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because in the earlier episodes when they had the robot dudes, they had to like be directly controlled, but this time D like got in this simulator thing and then just got out of it, and the robot was still moving around. So it's like, oh, they're like putting people's minds in there now or something.
Yeah, because it seems like they're trying to make a cyborg, which is maybe rather like Dr. Mima's girl's a cyborg. Because it's like, it'd be weird for her to not actually be a cyborg with these other
Yeah.
people making robots being so obsessed with her at the same time.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
what was up with, yeah, I hit you with a rock salt slingshot, I'll destroy your hand, you'll never use it again. It's like, I don't think rock salt does that.
I don't know.
But he just like clenches his hand, is like, seems to work fine, punches him in
Yeah.
the face. Like, he punched him with all the rock salt in. Wouldn't that like cause the other guy's jaw to not work anymore? Maybe he got it mixed up and just shot regular salt into his hand.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about I think rock salt, like if it gets in your blood, it can like
It's
mess
like
stuff
a
up.
poison or something. Can
Something.
clot, or,
Like it damages the flesh that it touches, I think.
or like the bloodstream or something.
Yeah.
I think Sergei's a robot or something. I don't think he's fully human. He doesn't seem fully human.
That might be. Yeah. That would be a pretty good twist if he was like the first robot that the grandpa made or something.
Yeah, we literally see him laying on a table, like, in the room at one point with all the other robots,
Yeah.
and he just gets up and is like, oh, you scared me, so, like, maybe.
Yeah. And when he went back to Key's grandpa's place, didn't he like say that it looked familiar or something?
Yeah, possibly.
I think.
He also seems to, like, get those headaches. Yeah, he's always been in the machine when her powers make the robots go berserk, but it might also be making him go berserk a bit, and that's not just the machine. Maybe it's a bit of him too.
Maybe. That actually seems pretty likely that he is a robot of some kind.
Also, really upset about Sakura's actions. What the heck, Sakura? Like, I mean, it's interesting. Like, it's clear she actually... It sounds like she tried to get away from Ki when she moved to Tokyo. Maybe she felt like Ki depended on her too much and she couldn't take the pressure, or maybe she's saying like, oh, I didn't have friends either, so it worked, but maybe it's like, oh, because of staying with Ki, I could never make more friends or something. Maybe there's something else Ki related that made it worse.
Yeah.
Maybe she became a target for being her friend or something.
I got the feeling that a lot of what Sakura did was like, being friends with Kia has brought her a lot of trouble, especially recently, and it's just like gotten to be too much for her or something, and that's why she kind of lashed out at Ki. I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, but by the end of episode 6, she seemed to realize she had messed up.
Yeah. She also found the robot watching them, so she's probably like, oh god, like,
Yeah.
there actually are people after her.
Yeah, just stabbed in the eye with a broom handle.
Yeah.
It was real weird that at the start of episode 6, they just showed this quick 10 seconds of her messing up that robot, and then...
having, like, a breakdown in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was like, wait, did that all just happen super fast? And I was like, no, it hasn't happened yet.
Oh. Yeah, that's real weird. I don't understand why they do that with this show. Like, here's a quick 10-second thing at the start of an episode.
We need something to keep you watching.
Yeah. I don't know, because like at the start of episode 5, there was like an ice lady that a dude grabbed her breast and his hand got stuck. And then that was just not relevant to the episode at all.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. Wait, was that in the episode?
Yeah, it was at the start of episode 5. It was I don't know, it was weird.
I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, okay. Maybe it'll be relevant in the next episode.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I think that episode was the one where they like thawed one of the robot men out of ice. So maybe it was trying to be something related to that. I don't know.
The like gel extraction the first time, maybe? Who knows?
I don't know.
They do mention that the cameraman guy was dead. So we know big blonde guy is dead.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah, we know he's dead.
Confirmed
Definitely.
dead.
yeah, when he got smashed at that door, he seemed a real bad way.
And they're talking about like this mysterious singing. That's definitely key for sure, because it happens every time
Yeah,
like the powers seem to happen. There's
yeah, it's
definitely something supernatural going on. It's not just
yeah,
electronic and stuff.
yeah, almost definitely. Is they were saying it was like it's not going through the cables of the speaker; it's just using the
Yep,
cone in the
the
speaker
cone.
to make the sound. It's real weird.
I think she might actually be a robot, but she might
Hmm.
actually just be like she has magic and she's turned herself into a robot. So maybe it is like the shutting herself thing, and she's just convinced
Hmm.
herself she's a robot, but because she has some random magic powers, it made it come true or something.
Yeah,
We also never
maybe.
see her parents. Because they're
Yeah,
like
that's
the
right.
grandparents built, or her grandpa built her in theory, but
Hmm.
there's also a chance there's something like her parents died when she was really little, and that's why she started closing herself off,
Hmm.
thinking she was a robot. And maybe that woman we keep seeing in her dream things is her mom.
Maybe.
And I like how every time we see it, there's more and more people surrounding her. It's like all the people she's slowly made
Hmm.
connections with or wherever. We've seen her
Yeah,
and met her. We have one
yeah,
giant crowd scene at the end.
yeah, definitely.
Also, I realized I've been getting this confused because there's a
Hmm.
trailer I saw where it's like, when's she gonna get like the rifle arm and stuff? I realized I was confusing the trailer, or
Yeah.
this with the trailer for She.
Oh, yeah. That's.
What's it called? It's like,
I know what you're talking about.
oh my god.
Oh God, I can't think of it.
Yeah, Saikano, Saishu Heki Kanojo, She the Ultimate Weapon.
Oh yeah,
Because I remember a
I.
trailer from that years ago, and I thought that's what this was at the beginning, and then
Mhm.
it's like, oh, it's not. But I want to watch that too sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm in the mood for some robot girls.
yeah. I actually almost picked that show for this
Ooh,
season.
ooh. But yeah, when we first got into this, I kept going, I thought I remember like this in a trailer. Is that gonna happen? She has to be a robot for sure. And then when they started saying she's maybe not a robot, I'm like, I don't know if you're thinking of a different show.
Hmm.
And I searched up, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember trailers for that like years ago on like old Inuyasha
Hmm.
DVDs I have.
Yeah. Uh,
I have nothing else. Do you?
I don't think I do.
Alright, so then, do we want to move on to Megalobox?
Yeah. It's Megalobox. This was quite an episode.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
say that again. I was not
yeah.
ready for that. Oh boy,
Yeah.
this
It
show
was.
dealt with some real issues. But it's issues you don't usually see in anime. It's nice. You don't even see in like Western media much, even though people are
Yeah.
trying to talk about it so much. Like, there's such a heavy emphasis on like veterans and like PTSD and personal health and like
Hmm.
how they have nothing when they return. The government doesn't care about veterans when they come back. It was like, oh, this is actually really fucking real. Like everything
Yeah.
about this has been so real. Like you have street urchin orphan kids on the street trying to like scrape by and steal for drugs. You have like
Hmm.
veterans who are like they're like, yeah, all of these tombstones are of people who made it back but couldn't deal with it and commit suicide. Like
Yeah.
it was heavy. This show is really heavy, surprisingly.
Yeah. Yeah. This suddenly got much heavier than everything before it. But yeah, it's like, oh.
I didn't like a lot of the actions. Like Nambu's blaming himself, like, yeah, I ran away, and the other guy's like, you have to pay for it. And then I like Joe, just like, like he took those likes from you. Like my life and his life are separate. Like he's like going like you can't blame him for that shit. He wasn't even there. Like you're the one who
Hmm.
went to war. Like yeah, you can be salty he wasn't there when you came back, but like
Yeah.
you they're like this other guy's like you didn't even search up how he died. You didn't even know. It's like he was mic'd, killed in action, and didn't show up again for like 7 years, or like he came back a
Hmm.
year later and then just he didn't even hear about him. Like if the
Yeah.
government tells you your bet like your friend is dead, and
Yeah,
they
you
just
don't.
never show up. Like they died at war. Like,
Yeah, you usually take their word for it, and
yeah, it's like
don't
you
bother really
have
look
to
for
move
them.
on with your life. You have to get closure. You expect him to sit
Mm-hmm.
there for 7 years. Like, oh.
Mm.
Although it
Oh,
seems like he didn't get closure. Like that might be the big reason he turned to like his bluffing and like his more criminal life in the underworld. Is
yeah,
it sounds like he kind of just gave up after
yeah.
that.
That's what I'm assuming happened is because he like had that proper gym and was training the guy and doing actual fights, but then once that guy died, he just like gave it all up and was like, oh, I'll just go be a scumbag and make money
Yeah,
with
which
these
like
fake fights.
yeah, maybe that's why he can't like see that's not really his fault about what happened to the guy. Like, yeah, what happened to him is
Mm-hmm.
bad, but it's not Nambu's fault. Unless if they're
Yeah,
like, well, Nambu technically signed him up for the reserves, then you can blame him. But
yeah, yeah. I think Nambu more than anything just blames himself for not being there when the guy got back.
yeah.
Like he talks about like Aragaki came back and just had nothing. Like
Hmm.
he had nothing at all because before he left, all he had was boxing, and then Nanbu wasn't there for him.
Yeah. Although, I mean, you
Oh,
can find another trainer
mhm.
possibly. But he also
Yeah.
like doesn't bring up the fact that or he does mention the fact that it's like he just found out he's still alive. So yeah, you'd probably maybe blame yourself at first. Like that's gotta be
Hmm.
conflicting. Finding out someone you thought was dead for like 7 years is alive and
Hmm.
blames you and still holds this grudge, and you had no idea. Like that's gotta be like a huge shock to the system.
Hmm. Yeah. Cool. I don't know. I don't have that many notes for this episode though.
Also,
This
did Cho
is
lose? Like they're counting down. They said 9. I don't.
yeah.
Is he
I
gonna
mean,
get up? I don't.
I don't think you can lose. Just with how the show is, right?
Also, they're talking about he's going toe to toe with them. He's not running away, and he's like taking all the punches with the robot arms that make them stronger. His whole strategy was to not get punched and to punch back, and he's just not
Hmm.
doing it. It's like, what are you doing this episode, Joe? Use
I
your
don't know.
footwork. They showed that his footwork wasn't that great because,
Hmm.
like, I guess maybe he's
Yeah,
like, I'll
because
fight you on equal footing. I won't like use this advantage, but like that's some bullshit. You don't have the arms. They all have it. Like that equals it out.
yeah, I don't know. I do like that the one kid street urchin they have with them.
Hmm.
I like that his like technology is coming in handy, even though he doesn't have to maintain. He's still like, oh look, this guy's thing is lightweight, so he's probably not going to be that much stronger than Joe.
Yeah, and he's
I like
like
that.
searching up
Yeah,
his information.
he's
So
yeah,
I guess
like
it.
the kid has a reason to be around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it has to be lightweight too with the prosthetic legs,
yeah, probably.
because you see him like benching at one point on them, and it's not actually that much weight he's pushing up.
Hmm.
Like, it's probably hard enough to keep himself up with those to put more on
Yeah,
when fighting. Would probably throw him
yeah,
really off balance.
yeah, probably. Yeah. At the end, though, that one, that kind of freeze frame of Joe flying through the air when he got punched, that was real good looking.
I wish it ended there and not after the countdown.
Yeah,
That would have been a good point to end that episode.
that
Instead,
would
they
have
do the
been.
countdown, and he's like, they showed Cho pretty much looking kind of how he did after his fight with Yuri, and then
Hmm.
they just count down, and the screen goes black, and they say 9, and it's like it's a 10 count. We haven't seen
Yeah.
him even start to get up. Sure, the last second was in the black, but can he really get up in 2 seconds?
Hmm.
Stop the count? Like, I don't know when a count stops in boxing, if it's like once you're like pushing yourself up with your arms,
Yeah.
or if you have to have your hands off the ground and be on your knees at least, or feet. I don't know.
I want to say once you like start getting up, as long as you're like off your back, they'll stop the count. I think
Okay.
so. You can be like on hands and knees, and they'll
Okay,
be like,
so
oh, okay.
so he maybe might have. Well, but you could sit
Yeah.
on your hands and knees for a while. I don't know.
Oh,
If
I
you
don't know.
can't get
It's
up on your
probably it.
feet. Yeah, maybe as long as you continue to get up.
Yeah. It's kind of at the referee's discretion,
So
I
yeah,
think.
maybe. But it was interesting that he went for the 1 round KO. When he shows off his other opponents, after he came back, he didn't go for a single 1-round KO. He went for like drawing it out and beating the shit out of them, taking out all of his anger on them. But like as he said, like, don't take your like anger out on me in this fight. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he actually like, or because he wants to like show he's still as good as he was back then. Like he can still do the same things.
Show like, hey, I'm still the boxer I was like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, they said this was like a fight for him to move on. So maybe like it's him letting go of the aggression. He'll just take that 1-round knockout and move on. Yeah,
maybe. Oh, I need the next episode now though.
Yeah, but not till Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday's a good day. We get Megalobox and Comic Girls. Though I don't watch Megalobox till Monday anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too. It like always kills me.
Maybe this time I'll make an exception.
Maybe, yeah. I keep thinking like, oh, I could watch it on Thursday and just like rewatch it on Monday. I might start doing that.
I don't know if I want to watch it on Thursdays, because usually Thursdays, like, it's the end of the work week. I'm tired. I'm like, oh, work's been brutal. I need to pick me up. It's like, Comic Girls, let's go. If I went Megalobox, let's go, and then had this episode, I'd have been like, holy.
Like, oh.
I mean, I kind of felt that way today. Today was kind of brutal at work, so watching this after, I was like, oh. No, it wasn't that bad. Just training a new person, and I didn't expect to be doing that. I didn't even know we were getting a new person, so it's just like uncomfortable and weird. I was like, I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah, I know that is. That's bad way to spend your day. Start surprising, train someone. Yeah.
Work is work.
Yeah. But yeah. Kind of the last thought about my Go Box is that I like that we finally get some like background into the world. Like, there was a war several years ago, and it was clearly very gnarly.
Yeah, we see like the deserts everywhere. Maybe it was nuclear. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
There's a lot of deserts around. There's a lot of like slums, which it makes sense now for all the slums because they're probably all refugees, right?
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Refugees from whatever place got the worst of it. And, yeah. That's why they wouldn't have citizen cards for the big city.
Yeah, I do like how they're like blaming the guy too, like how they're showing the blame for because I like how he internalizes Nambu as the fault is his PTSD nightmares is the person with the bomb under reaching out and grabbing and showing it's a Nambu doing it. Like it's somehow twisted that far. That he's like literally almost hallucinating it, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was a really good detail, or a good thing they did. Good visualization of what he's going through, I think.
Yeah, in the way it's like his feelings have morphed and twisted to like blaming Nambu, like you almost saying like you were there, you were pretty much the one who did this to me, even though he like was nowhere related.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it for me this week.
Yeah, I think that's it for me as well.
Yeah. Had kind of a shorter episode. Still about an hour, but yeah. Yeah, I guess if you're watching live on Twitch, you can check out all the episodes on our YouTube at shenanimegans.moe. And then if you are watching this on YouTube, we stream these live on Twitch on Monday nights at twitch.tv/sasam, SASAM. And then you can follow us on Twitter at NorocalBots, at ThatGuyLastly. And then if you want, you can follow me on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/Lastly. I just do video game stuff sometimes. And then finally, you can join our Discord at shenanimegans.moe/Discord. You can come and yell at us about anime stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we're like 20 seconds from exactly 1 hour.
Oh.
It's like 24, but with bikes.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. It's like 24 both bikes.
Quick
That's us.
dab. No one can
Yeah.
see it. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
How
yeah.
do we meme harder?
Oh, I don't
Okay.
know.
2 seconds. Goodbye. Have a good
Yep.
night.
Good.